Hey, 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 Passion Profit CEOs, how are you today? Today, we're going to be discussing how to generate income when you are desperate. Okay. So whether, you don't have a business at all, and you're just, living the normal life, you may be a stay-at-home mom and your family is feeling financially frustrated because you just don't have that extra income coming in that you need. Maybe you have a job, but it's just not supplying you enough income to be able to make ends meet. Maybe you have started a business, but it hasn't taken off completely yet. Or maybe, just like we talked about a couple of weeks ago, the economy has shifted and your business is experiencing some of the effects of that. Okay. So, no matter which one of those situations you're in, today we're going to talk about how you generate that income when you are desperate. Okay. Because when we're in that place, right, when we don't have enough income coming in and we know that there are bills coming up and we're getting close to that deadline and it just keeps getting closer and closer, we can feel that desperation, that stress, right? That stress just really grows in us. And it's like all we can focus on is that lack of not having enough money to make the ends meet, right? And it's, oh my gosh, what am I going to do, right? And I know that situation all too well, you guys. If you haven't been following me for very long, a little bit of my story. We were making $14,000 a year. My husband had made some choices in his teenage years that definitely affected us. Money was being taken out of his checks, right? I was just a stay-at-home mom. I wanted to put my focus and attention on my children. I had an infant, plus two other children who were under 5 who needed to be in daycare if I was to go get a job, right? And so to put 3 kids in daycare, I was going to be making $10 at the end of the week. I couldn't buy diapers or formula with $10 after I had invested in the gas that was going to get me back and forth to work. I was going to be making $10. And it was just like, that's insanity. Why would I do that when I would much rather just spend time with my kids and not have the $10 and just still be just as broke? And so it didn't make any sense, right? And so it's, what do you do in those times of desperation when you are in that situation and that money's just not there? Okay. And so for me and my family, we had to learn a very important lesson during that time of our life if we wanted that to change. First of all, mindset, you guys. We had to shift our mindset and we had to learn to look at money differently and look at it from an abundance standpoint of it's everywhere around us. And then we had to shift some things in our life. Okay. We had to become bigger doers. Okay. So we had to do more. But how? How do you do more, right? Because we all only have 24 hours in a day. So how do we do more without overdoing it for ourselves, right? And so we had to learn this very valuable lesson. And that lesson was, you have to be willing to do for the people who are richer than you, okay, those people who actually have money to spend right now, until you are able to afford to not be willing to do things. Okay. So you have to be willing to do things do the things richer people are unwilling to do until you are richer yourself and can afford to be unwilling to do things. You guys, those richer people have money right now. The richer people are looking for convenience. They have desires that they want. They are buying those desires with that money. They are buying conveniences that make their life easier because they don't have the time, but they have the money to invest, right? So the broke people have to then serve the richer people to be able to bring in their money. Okay. So how do you do this? Right? How do you go from being that broke person making $14,000 a year to being able to serve those people who are richer than you and be a convenience or offer them something that they want? Okay. So you have to really think about that, right? And so This is where Passion Profit CEO comes in. You have to be witty in the aspect of serving those people. And that's what Passion Profit CEO is all about. We help you to build a service-based business, but it goes deeper than that. It's not just any service-based business to make money right now. It's a service that you absolutely love providing, that lights you up, that you get to serve your passion on serving the world and making profits from that, right? But that is the number one thing. You have to be willing to serve other people. And that is your fastest, quickest path to cash right now. If you are in that desperate place of needing to generate income, okay? So if you have a business and you've just started it and it's not kicked off yet, or you are experiencing those economy shifts, it's okay. But as an entrepreneur who doesn't have that job security of having that paycheck coming in just by spending your time, you have to be willing to do whatever you have to do to make ends meet. There have been multiple times in mine and my husband's entrepreneurial journeys that we've had to do whatever was required of us in those moments to make that money. It sometimes meant not offering the services that we offer in our businesses, right? Sometimes it meant going back and getting a part-time job or getting a job during that season. My husband is a construction worker. He's a general contractor. So in the first few years of his business in the wintertime, he didn't have work coming in, right? Because all the offers that he was offering was outside. So when the weather got bad, he didn't have income coming in. We had to really look at his business plan and figure out how to reconstruct that to be able to provide for those areas. But in the beginning, we didn't know that, didn't understand that. So we had to figure it out, right? Everything is figure outable. But you have to be able to willing to do things that you're not normally willing to do in those moments to be able to bring that cash in. So it looks like services, okay? First and foremost, number one tip is services, okay? People around you need something. What problem do they have that you can provide through a service, okay? Look around, okay? That mama that is going to work needs childcare, okay? If you can provide that at a cheaper rate than daycares, boom, bam, there you go. You're going to be maxed out on children just like that. But please love children enough to be able to do that job, because it in itself, it's a big job, right? But there's the first thing, right? There are elderly people around you who need to be, chauffeured because they can't drive anymore, right? They need to go to the grocery. They need bills and errands and different things done, right? You could provide a service to them, okay? There are so many different things that you could do to provide a service. Does it have to be something that you do until the end of time? No, right? It's not something that you have to do until the end of the time. It's a get you through this moment situation, right? So you don't have to go out on social media and blast it. Oh, I'm doing this, like, unless you just want to, right? Especially if you're trying to build a business, you don't want to confuse people, right? But you can go out there and you can talk to people. You can be honest with people. The reason that my journey and I got to multiple six figures as fast as I did was because I was honest. I shared my journey. When I started my health coaching journey, I let people know I was starting a health coaching journey, right? I let them know that I had experience and nursing experience from nursing school, but I was like, I'm on my own health journey. Who wants to go with me, right? I'm going on a health journey. I'm trying to get myself healthy because I'd just been diagnosed with a chronic illness. I'm trying to get myself healthy. Who wants to go on this journey with me? I just stood up as the leader who was going to be the host of us getting healthy, right? It's not that I knew anything about anything at that point. I still had to learn everything. But I asked, who wants to go on the journey with me? And I held that space for other people. And they paid to be in that space to work with me, right? For me to hold them accountable to the same actions that we were doing together, right? That was a service I was providing to them, right? And so what service can you offer somebody else right now in this moment? Look around you. The best place to look is the people who you know, the people who already trust you and know that you could provide them that service, right? And ask them if they want XYZ and if they'd be willing to pay you XYZ so that you can pay XYZ bill, right? Be honest, but also offer somebody in exchange. That's just like my son. He wanted to hunt on somebody's land, and I said, well, you can go ask them if you can hunt there, but before you go ask, you need to come up with something in your mind that you can offer them in exchange for them letting you hunt. Okay? Be of service to somebody else, right? That's the first key thing, okay? Look around those people around you who are richer than you and have money that they could spend. What do they want? Or what service do they need to bring a convenience to their life? Ask them, hey, do you have anything, any odd jobs that I could do right now to make some extra income and save you some time? It is that simple to just go out there and talk to the people that you know. Yes, do you have to ditch your pride? Absolutely. Absolutely. When I started my health journey and realized I had a chronic illness and I didn't know what to do for myself, even though I'd been to nursing school, I had to ditch my pride and say, hey, I need help with this. I had to go to that coach I had been following and say, hey, I need help. And then she took the lead from there. It's okay to admit that you need help right now, right? The second thing is cash injections. So this is for the people who already do have a business. You already have an audience. You already have things set up. People know you. They know what you provide. Okay, let's look at and then ask your audience, what is it that you need right now? Okay, let's do a little bit of market research. Let's ask them what they need. What are they looking for right now? What are they trying to invest in right now? Again, it's just talking to your people, the people around you in your community, right? And then whenever they express that need, you can offer a cash injection, which is a drop offer, you guys. And this is where you offer it as a one-time thing. I have 5 spots for XYZ. Okay. Usually if you are a coach, okay, and you have a program, maybe you don't offer the people the whole program and you pinpoint that one pain out of your program, you pull that thing out, you make a mini something, a mini program, a mini coaching session, a mini mastermind, a mini whatever, and offer that thing. Okay. Again, you got to know your quarterly projections and do all the math on this so that you can make the money that you need. But you can offer a drop offer. It's just a one-time thing, right? To get you through this dip in your business, okay? Doesn't mean that you have to do that for always. It's a just for right now, right? You're going to have, right? Success is not just straight to the goal. It is kind of all over the place sometimes, right? Unless you have a good plan in place and the plan is to the T and it works out. But how likely is that? It's not, right? So those are your 2 options. Find a service, provide the service, okay? When you're providing that service, one of the things that you can do is do retainer. Do a retainer package. I will provide this service for X amount of weeks, days, months, whatever, for X amount of price, that price that you need, right, to make those ends meet, right? Or you can do the quarterly projection and figure out if you're going to charge this one particular price, how many people do you need to provide this service to in order to have the money you need right now in this moment, okay? When it comes to cash injections, okay, creating those cash injections into your life, you can use curiosity, okay? Curiosity, you're secretive about things, right? You get people coming to you to ask questions. Okay. So this is something that I did when I very first started my health coaching business. I would post pictures of me with my affiliate product, and I put the affiliate product on my spoon, and then I would talk about that. Right. But I didn't give any details. And then people will be like asking, what is that? Right. That's curiosity marketing. Right. You can use that as a tactic in those moments where you need those cash injections and you really need to pull out those leads and start talking to people fast. Otherwise, it's literally just going out there and talking to people, right? All of us introverts, we don't like that aspect of having to go out there and talk to hundreds of people to get what we need in that moment. But that's why when we're setting up our businesses, we plan and prepare for those things to make that easier on us in the future. Okay. Sometimes we have to do the hard things. And if we are trying to generate income when we're desperate, you're going to have to go into hustle mode, period. I hate saying that because I love to create lifestyle entrepreneurs, not hustlers. And I really like to work smarter, not harder. But the truth of the matter is, if you are desperate for income and you need it literally by the end of next week, it's time to make some moves. Get into massive action mode and drive, right? Put those blinders on and drive hard, okay? Find that momentum. Do what you got to do. Something that I loved whenever I very first started network marketing is my upline would host challenges. Literally, it was a competition, right? Literally, it was a competition of who can do XYZ the most, and you win XYZ prize. When they did that, I'm a very competitive person, and it was just like, okay, it's on, game on. I'm going to go out here and do this thing that I absolutely don't want to do because I want to win that prize, right? Sometimes again, drive. What is your drive? Are you money driven? If you're not money driven and you are desperate and needing to generate income, this is going to be really hard for you. I am not money driven. I'm not one of those people who is money driven. My husband is a little bit more money driven. I'm not. And so those competitions really set that tone for me to be able to find a reason to go out there and do the actions I needed to do, especially as an introvert not wanting to talk to people. But over time of doing those things, it got easier because I understood how to talk to people, right? And that's why I don't have to post on social media all the time, because I know my methods of how to get clients now, right? So what is that for you? That's what you've got to figure out to make clients faster in your business. But when you're desperate and trying to generate income, okay? Another thing with this, you don't want to come off as too desperate. Your energy, when you are desperate, people are going to feel that. Again, this is why I said honesty, right? Honesty. Because it's okay to say, okay, I'm financially struggling right now. Is there anybody out there who would be willing to, again, what is that offer? Pay me XYZ for me to, in return, do XYZ, right? It's not just asking for the money because you are going to provide that service, right? But that honesty, what's the word? Like it reveals the vulnerability in you of the desperation instead of that energy being there and it feeling more like a pushy sell. Okay. So many of you always say, I don't want to feel pushy. Usually, the only time people are pushy is when they have this desperation energy. Okay. And they're trying to hit that money goal because they are so driven and they're just going through the numbers. Or two, it's when they don't have the right strategies in place, right? Selling is not your first strategy in your business. It's not. That is not step one of your business. Your step one is not to just go out there and sell, right? You have to grow that audience of people who are interested in the topic of what you're selling, and then you can sell to them. You want to have that warm market. Again, you want those people who are going to trust you, who know you and trust you, know, like, and trust, right? So you have to build that up first. If you're immediately trying to sell to strangers, can it be done? Absolutely. But again, it's a numbers game. You just got to go through the numbers till that person looks at you and says, I believe in you without knowing you, and they jump on it because it's a good deal or whatever that makes them choose to jump on that without knowing you. So your best source of income is always those people who already know, like, and trust you and believe in you. Okay? So those are the two things that I have for you when it comes to generating income when you're desperate. The third thing, again, it's something that you're probably unwilling to do, but it will absolutely change your life, okay? Be willing to let go of things around you that you have worked hard for and replace them when you're in a better financial situation. So what am I talking about? Okay. If you're fixing to lose your home, it's a whole lot more better to get rid of your couch and sell your couch and have to sit in the floor than it is to lose your home and your couch too, because you have no home anymore. Okay. So be willing to part ways with the clothes that you're wearing, with anything that you have that is of value. This could even be your car. If you have a really nice car, gosh, yes, I got my dream car, so I know what that feels like to think about sell your car, but you can literally sell your car. With those profits from that car, you could then turn around and buy you a less fancy car and have the money for whatever you need it for in that moment. Okay. That's hard, right? That's the hard work. But once you've done all of this and you're in that better situation, then you can grow it back up. And then that's where it comes into better strategies, working smarter, not harder, and really diving into the work that allows you to become that person who is the richer person. But that also comes with money mindset work. Okay. Seeing money differently, using money differently, right? So all of these things are going to help aid in your success and becoming that more successful version of you when it comes to generating income in the future. Okay. So those are the three things. Provide a service to someone around you. Okay. If you're already trying to provide a service in your business, again, focus on your marketing. Okay. Do you have that awareness in your business, and have you grown that audience? That's your best bet with providing that service. Who's already in your current audience, right? Reach out to them, ask them what they're struggling with, be of service to them, meeting them where they are. Again, it goes back to that willing and unwilling. Some of you are unwilling to meet people where you are because you have this set offer in your business. But if it's not selling, you're going to have to meet your people where they are in this moment to create that income so that you don't have to shut your business down. Okay. Or you have to be willing to go out there and do something else to make ends meet during this time. Okay. What is that going to look like? Okay. So services, cash injection drop offers. Okay. Meeting people where they are within your business. Selling things that you don't necessarily want to sell, but will allow you to come up with the money that you need right now for whatever you need to make ends meet on. Okay. Whatever is making you so desperate that you need money right now in this moment. Okay. I also have, if you want to go even more deeper into this and creating more income, I have a couple of blogs that you need to check out. So the first one being When the Economy Shifts. I already mentioned that one. The second one being Investing While Living Paycheck to Paycheck. It's going to help you with some ideas of figuring out how to create more income to be able to invest while you're living paycheck to paycheck and what that actually looks like. Okay. So that you can have the support you need to work on your mindset and to create better strategies in your business and get your business plan together so that you can actually get that conversion system into place. So that way you can actually get the sales that you need to get in your business and have those cash projections, your income projections mapped out and know exactly what needs to be done in your business so that you can make it happen. And then also, I've got a blog called 3 Ways to Create Additional Income. In that, I talk about 3 different ways that you can start generating more income. And it also has the 100 Income Ideas downloadable resource in it. If you need to take a look at that, want that guide, it has 7 different income streams in it that you could start implementing right now with 100 different ideas that are dispersed between those 7 different methods. So if you need that, be sure to check out 3 Ways to Create Additional Income blog. All right. So I will post all of those below this training. So that way you'll have access to all of those. And if you have questions about this, or if you're ready to strategize and you want to figure this out and fix your finances right now and figure out how you possibly for your specific situation can get out of this desperation with your income and create a better plan for not only right now in this moment and figure it out right now, but also create a better plan for you in the future so that you never experience this again, jump in my inbox. More than happy to strategize and help you through this first level of all of this. And I will talk to you guys soon. You've got this. You are not alone. You're not going to be stuck forever. You've got this, okay? Just implement what you know right now based on this. What can you sell around you? Look at what you're willing to do, first of all, okay? Assess what you're willing and unwilling to do, okay? Look at who you can provide a service for around you. What can you sell around you? And if you already have a business, how can you tap into your current audience and meet them where they are with a drop offer that allows you to get paid now, provide a service, a one-time service or a one-time product or a one-time anything to just get through this valley, okay? All right, guys, I will talk to you soon and have a great day. Go make that day great.